All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a day off the Idaho 4 case, and we're gonna talk about a different case here that has, at the very least, caught my interest. Uh, some may have already seen and heard, but we have a 17-year-old Georgia teen Sarah Grace Patrick accused of unaliving mom and stepdad post TikTok videos for sympathy, asked a crime influencer to cover her parents' unaliving. So let's uh let's dive into this, shall we? The Georgia teen accused of gunning down her sleeping parents posted TikTok videos looking for sympathy and tried recruiting true crime influencer to investigate the murders where she was arrested. Sarah Grace Patrick, 17, posted a series of chilling TikTok videos warning the deaths of her mother, Christian Brock, 41, and stepfather, James Brock, 45, and pleading for prayers for healing after she allegedly unalived the pair in their Tias home on February 20th, Law and Crime reported. Ask me about my mom and stepdad, I'd say I'd miss them so much. The Grace or Sarah Grace, 16 at the time, wrote in a text overlay of one of the videos featuring herself and family. But if you ask me on a deeper level, I'd tell you that I just want to go home. Okay, so I I am one of those. I'm going to assume innocence until proven otherwise. That is how I am going to be with every single case, regardless of the circumstances. I'm gonna assume innocence until I'm shown otherwise. Period. End of story. In this great country, you are presumed innocent until proven otherwise, and that is how I'm going to approach each and every single case that I talk about and cover. So, are they cringy? Yes. Do they make you uncomfortable? Yes. Is it chilling now with a lot of people assuming that Sarah did this? Yes. But again, people do weird things in weird times. And obviously in this case, as as ungraphic as I can put it, it's a weird time for this family and for Sarah. So it again, it's one of those where you kind of look at it funny, you look at it funnier after the fact. It's kind of playing kind of like a hindsight 2020 kind of thing. But yeah, it's so the teen also shared a video collage of her mom and her stepfather on March 1st, writing, "They don't know it, but a year from now, me and my 5-year-old sister would find them wrongly unalived in our home and won't get to watch me graduate high school, see me walk down the aisle, and couldn't even say goodbye." And it's absolutely horrific. It's horrific. It is something that nobody should ever have to go through. But again, it's weird, it's cringy, and it's one of those hindsight 2020 chilling after the fact. But this isn't this isn't necessarily there's not really an ordinary way of this. I mean, like I said, weird people do weird things in weird times. So Continue on. In another post, Patrick wrote she felt so homesick and missed them so much and described her life like a horror movie that never ends. Um, I can I can certainly see that feeling. Um, I've obviously not a situation as insane as this, but uh, yeah, I've lost family members in a very unexpected manner, and yeah, for months and years, it's it feels like a horror movie that never ends. I completely understand that. Now the should prob delete later. That's that would probably be. I wouldn't even say that's quite like a red flag. It's just one of those like it made her it might have made her uncomfortable, but I, again, the trail of this, yeah, with the hindsight being 2020, in with a lot of people assuming that she's guilty. Yes, it's chilling, and yeah, it's very psychopathic behavior, almost like a taunt if she is proven to be guilty in this. But we're not there yet. Can't assume that yet. And quite frankly, it's a lot of like people doing weird things in weird times. The account has since been removed from TikTok. In another bizarre twist, true crime TikToker allegedly reportedly claims Patrick reached out to her about covering her parents' unaliving. Why would you ask me to cover a case where you're going to get arrested for taking your parents' lives? The creator said in a video showing the messages allegedly from Patrick. She messaged me on June 3rd and said, look up Brock case." So I said, "Brock Turner? Brock who?" She said, "Kristen and James Brock. They're my parents, and out of nowhere, a random Thursday night in February, someone came into my house with me and my 5-year-old sister and left my parents for me, my 5-year-old sister to wake up to. The creator specifying that she did not know she'd be arrested for the unaliving a month later, and expressed sympathy towards the teen. Her stepdad's family friend, Kelly Brown, shared that Patrick contacted her to speak on her behalf in a TikTok video about her parents' unalivings, according to 11 Alive. So this is Allie Brown or Kelly Brown speaking for Sarah. So Sarah reached out to me on Sunday, and we spoke on the phone via text. She asked me to speak on her behalf about the night on February 20th, 2025. Brown said in a video posted on her account. Brown said Patrick told her she did not hear anything unusual that night of the unalivings, aside from one thing, but she did hear James' LVAD machine, which is his heart machine, kept his heart pumping. She did hear that alarm go off throughout the night. Said Patrick allegedly wrote in the comments of Brown's video that she heard the alarm 10 to 20 minutes before going to bed. However, she claimed it blended in with background. Okay, so that one that's your first red flag. That is your first actual legitimate uh before charges red flag. You heard a heart thing, you heard the machine going off. Something may be wrong. You did nothing. That's that's the first that's the first legitimate red flag. And then the 17-year-old turned herself into Carroll County Jail Tuesday after she was charged after she was charged with unaliving her church-going mother and stepfather. Their bodies were discovered in in bed at their Tice home by the couple's 5-year-old daughter, and the investigator said that the 17-year-old allegedly that the 17-year-old alleged unaliver was the one to call 911. Patrick, who is being tried as an adult, has been charged with 2 counts of the unalivings and 2 counts of aggravated assault. Investigators are still working to discover a motive for the unalivings. Even though Patrick has been charged, Carroll County Sheriff's Office spokeswoman Ashley Husley has said that investigators aren't ruling anything out of this case and are pursuing possibility that more arrests will be made. So, definitely an odd case. With what we know now, there is only one true red flag. Um, it's I understand why a lot of people are trying to say that this is weird, that's weird. I haven't seen the actual TikToks. TikTok obviously took her account down, and completely understandable. But with what is in this article, I'm going to leave the TikTok stuff, the weird postings up to weird people do weird things in weird times. And that's something that a lot of people are just kind of not realizing and are kind of looking for something that may necessarily not be there. But again, if she is found guilty and there's no funny business going on, like in the small town of Moscow, Idaho, where there's enough funny business going on for a circus. Uh, but yeah, if everything goes above board, she's found guilty, then yeah, it definitely means something. So, and yeah, that's nothing. Okay. So, yeah, that is that is appears to be the next case that is catching my eye, and we'll see how this unravels. She has been denied bond, um, so she will be spending some time in jail until we get to trial, and we'll see how it all works out. Her biological father is in the picture, is vehemently defending her, and yeah, we'll see how it all plays out. I just hope that everything is. I just hope that everything is done properly and above board, and all the laws are followed. No constitutional rights are uh, are being uh, are being trampled on, and that everybody does their job properly, and we get to the correct outcome, the truth. So we'll see what happens. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be keeping an eye on this case as we continue on tomorrow with some. We'll very likely be talking about some Idaho 4 stuff, along with a lot of college football, since week 1 is officially right around the corner. And yeah, it's going to be. This channel is going to get very, very, very busy over the next number of weeks. So make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one.